Italian Sicilians do it better. Oh, can't you see? From cooking to comedy, it's pure family. Turn it up, this groove's for you. Queens in the house bringing something true.
When someone comes over and they bring food, right? If I don't know you like that, there's a 10 out of 10 chance I'm not eating that food.
Can I ask you something? Do you have this malatia that somebody's gonna poison you, like when they bring shit to the house?
That's how I grew up.
Why? What kind of paranoia do you have that I don't get?
So let's break this down because Anthony doesn't probably know this conversation.
All right, fill him in.
We were bouncing around a couple of questions last couple episodes ago.
All right.
And it was, if someone brought something to you to eat, but you don't know them, do you eat it or do you scrap it?
I definitely try it.
Okay. Because you know why. You're not a disrespectful piece of shit. So when people bring something to you, you can at least say, how good. And then when they leave, nah, I won't eat some. But at least you try it.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. If
I
I got
don't
a Latino over
even
here
try
who says, no, I'm not even going to touch it because they put poison and razor blades in it. Like, shit like that is what the kind of logic we got
The thing
going
is,
on.
like, you don't know, if you don't barely know this person, right? Like, you bring a dish, Marco, or Enzo, or Frank, or any one of you guys, and you bring a dish over my house, that's different. You guys, you guys are like your whole family, right?
Absolutely.
So that's different. But if I have, like, a friend or one of my wife's friend come over and she's going to bring something and I'm not going to have it. There's actually been instances when I don't even touch it.
Okay.
I put it out, but I don't touch it.
All right. But okay. I need to know now because you wanted to bring this back up. Why?
You don't know people, that's all.
What does that mean?
I'm the same way though.
No, but I don't get it. It doesn't make sense to me.
First of all, if I'm at an event or even this podcast, right? Let's just say someone brought food over.
Anthony.
Even Anthony.
Sono mangiato tutte portavo e vedi che-
No, I love your cannoli. It's juicy.
Especially when he puts it on his stomach, I lick it right off. Go ahead.
I don't know. I just lost thought now because you threw that thing with
It's
the stomach.
called a showstopper.
It's just something about me where if I know I have a show, I don't want to eat. That's one. Two, if I don't know the person, I don't even want to try it.
What is it about not knowing the person that won't make? That's the question I'm asking that
Bro,
no one can give me a fucking answer to.
I don't know if this is what G thinks.
Go ahead.
I'm not saying everyone, but you don't know what their kitchen looks like.
Okay, so you're talking about sanitary conditions in their home, which I understand. But a bite is not going to kill you. It shows a little like you try.
What's the point taking
It
a bite and then
might
throwing it out?
if they put a little Villano in there, and then they're gonna come to your house and be like,
This
"Here,
guy,
take
he
this."
thinks he
Like,
makes
no,
corn
I'm
with
not gonna
bleach.
take
Like,
it.
I don't understand this
Oh,
guy.
so you're saying eat a little Villano.
Yeah, but listen.
Little vanilla will never kill anybody.
If you invite the guy to
ahead.
your house
Go ahead.
and he brings you something, that means you know him from something or somewhere.
Yeah, you're not going in the street, but like come to my house and sit on my couch. Like, what the fuck?
Like
Like,
true. How many people come through this house?
There's been
but you
people-
kind of
alright,
know
that's-
them.
That's a great example.
You're not going in the street and going, I've never met you before. Welcome. You're not doing that.
Yeah, I am.
In a way you are, but not really. It's not the
There's
same.
been an instance where I went over someone's house because I needed to go there for something, right? She was like, "Oh, I just
Tuna
made a cake."
casserole.
She goes, "You have a little boy, right?" I said, "Yeah." He goes, "Oh, here." And she cut the cake. She put it in a Tupperware. I brought it home and I threw it right in the garbage.
You're just a disrespectful fuck. That's all I gotta say. No. You went to their house. They gave it to you. At that point, yes, do what you want to do. But if they made something, brought it to your house, understand? They brought it to your house for you to try, and then you go, nah, I'm good. I'm just saying it out there just like that. Okay? That's not right. I think you should at least taste it. No. Okay. God.
I mean, I was just going back to that episode where, something happened
Sure.
and it was made and that person didn't eat it.
Yes.
But I get it. But I get it to a degree because of you know what I mean? So, like, I don't want to say too much, but
That's fine.
I do understood. I did get why it wasn't eaten.
I still think that just trying it should be fine. You're not going to die, even with a mouthful. That's just how it is.
Even when I go to somebody else's home, really. I mean, if I'm going for dinner and everybody's eating, I feel like I have to eat. I'm
Can't kill
there
all
for
of
dinner.
us.
If I'm gonna like go to like let's say
I'll be the lucky one.
family friend.
He
If
would
I'm gonna
think
go
that.
like to a friend's house, I'm gonna eat the dinner.
Right.
Right. But like if they're gonna put out cookies and stuff like that, I don't even eat that.
Listen, I was raised
Guys.
tutte cose sul veleno.
Yeah, no kidding. Un mangialo caramello, droga. C'è un razor blade dentro. What the fuck? You guys are sick. Fucking sick.
So, our boy Anthony is here with us.
Yeah.
What's new, my friend?
No, not much, you know. Just came to say hello and join the podcast and talk about the more or less of what's going on in the world.
Yeah, I gotta say, that's
Yeah.
one sexy hat you got on.
The world sucks, so we could just wrap that up in one big bow.
Ma che diciamo, signor perché siamo amici, we're friends.
That's true.
So
That is true.
let's make it about friendship and talk about what really matters.
You're right. You know who fucking sucks?
Oh, with that said, here's one of my topics. And I know because I love Marcus when he gets deep. Because you do
Fuck,
when
you're gonna do this again tonight?
Chabruja.
Let's
Oh,
go.
fucking shit.
Should you always put family first?
Okay, who wants to take the first shot on
That's
that
a
one?
touchy subject.
That's what I'm
Of
saying.
course, it's a touchy subject.
Give me an example.
Let.
Okay.
I want everyone else to answer.
It's just a general question, and however you take it.
Sure.
Should you always put family first?
Who wants to take that one?
Primary family. Like if it's people in my household,
General
my
statement.
kid or my
general
wife.
statement.
General family.
I feel like
Family,
100%.
Family. It could be your mother to your son to your wife
to your brother
cousin on the block.
over there.
Does family always come first?
Family always comes first, yes.
Okay. Jay?
Yeah, I would say yes.
Everyone came from loving homes. This is beautiful. I
Well,
love
you
it.
were the only one that was beaten while you were sleeping with a cold
Well,
rope.
you know, 3 o'clock in the morning, anyone's disoriented.
Was
you know
the
what I mean?
was the rope whipped at least?
Bro, hands, bro, like a real man, bro. Hands, bro. You square up at 3 in the morning.
Were you the kid that told the teacher, "Oh, I fell down the stairs"?
No. They knew how to cover them up real good. There was no questions. For me, so the answer for me would be it depends. Because how many people that I know that have direct family that treat them worse than they treat strangers? So why do they get the respect just because why? That's your direct family, blood-related family member for what? What did they, not saying what did they do to earn it, fuck that. What did they do to lose it? That should be the question. What did they do to lose that right, that privilege to be in that first place spot where they should have
Yeah,
been?
it's gonna be another episode.
Fuck you. Hey, he brought it up. I was ready to talk about Babalusha and everything. I don't even care at this point, but you want to bring this up. But yeah, that's my
How
thought.
did our boy Ivan say? It's five.
But with sauce or without the sauce?
No, with sauce, bro. What are you, fucking French? Bro, with sauce, bro. Come on. Stop it.
So when I said should family always be first,
Yeah.
I would always say the answer is yes. But how I would categorize the word family
Go ahead.
is obviously my wife and kids, number one, right?
Primary.
Right?
But then there's also some friends in the category to me that are just like family.
Same
Like
here.
my friend Anthony, my boy Piero, who's back here.
Right. I'm not on the list. You like how I didn't make the cut?
Yeah, no.
Yeah, fuck you, Marcus.
Fuck you. They might as well just got here. All right, fuck you. So today we're talking about.
Just do your podcast and go home.
He eats all my food. And...
Not anymore. That used to be a problem. Now I give you leftovers.
So that's how I was going to categorize
Yes.
it. Like when people say family first,
But
I
that's
agree.
family you choose. That's
Exactly.
a difference.
You have to create your bond,
That's
right?
what it is. But so there is a difference. So when you say family, everyone initially thinks blood related. Yes. But I have a lot of non-blood related family that have been there. You, notice how I mentioned you first, you son of a bitch. You, the one over there, you know, what? That's who I hold tight. Everybody else, you want to be around? Cool. If I don't see myself in your priorities, how can I put you up in mine? It doesn't make sense. Come on. How many times are you going to bend me over until I say, all right, I had enough?
I don't know. It depends if you like it.
I
But
do like it.
Otherwise,
It's nice. It's nice.
Yeah.
That's where I feel the love.
do you feel like our family traditions also hold us back to doing different things?
Can you give an example?
Like, okay, something simple for you.
Sure, go ahead.
You hate dinners on Sundays at 2.
Yes.
For us, is a tradition.
Mhm.
Something as simple as that, or if maybe Sunday could mean to someone else, where we're always with our parents and we're eating at a table of 20. You think because we follow these traditions also hold some of us back from being themselves?
That's a very good question. Anthony, take that one first.
Do you guys get what I
No, I hear what you're saying. Like, is that something that you want to do or you're forced to do it because you've done it over
I
the
wouldn't say
years?
forced to do
No,
it. It's
but
just
it's like
something you're used to doing.
Right. I got what you're saying. Because, like, if you could, would you? Like, do you want to? Go ahead, Anthony.
Well, Sunday dinner is a very important thing for us Italians. And that is the moment that you get together with your loved ones. So it's either, you have them around you or you don't. So it's a way for us to celebrate the week, by everybody being together and having a nice meal.
Right. But do you feel that's out of habit? You know what I'm trying to say? Or would you have done it differently? Like, does it is family traditions holding you back without realizing it? Like, if I had my Sunday's tradition, I'm just throwing it out, I wouldn't change anything. But maybe I would prefer not to have Sunday dinner, Sunday sauce, that whole thing you see online. Maybe that's when I would like to go out to a restaurant. But because
But it doesn't matter the tradition is to be at home having a meal. Doesn't have to be sauce, pasta,
It doesn't even have to be home.
doesn't have
doesn't
to be home. So
As-
that's what I'm saying. Do you think our traditions, without realizing it, hold us back?
No, I've changed traditions. Like I don't eat Sunday dinners at 2 p.m. I eat it at a normal standard time. And if I can change it from Sunday to Friday, that would be nice because I hate how everybody comes over the day before I have to go back to work.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can see that. Yeah, the whole
It should be Friday night.
right.
Then I have the weekend.
For me, the whole Sunday thing never really even kicked in, to be honest with you. I think with me, that ended while I was in my teens because it got to the point where even my family was like sitting back thinking, why the fuck am I eating at 2 just to eat again at 6 and then I get a snack at 9 and then I have heartburn at 12? Like, it never just made sense. So, logically speaking, they just said, while the idea is nice, there's no reason for it. Let's just eat our regular time. If you're here, you're here. If you're not, door's closed. Fuck it. It is what it is.
I think we hold the traditions that we have because it means it just connects us more with our family. And I don't see nothing wrong with it. I don't think I would change traditions that I hold on to because I felt like I was forced to because I grew up with it. You know
Put it
what I
like
mean?
this. I'm curious about, is there another tradition going on his topic that we do that holds us back? Like, he just brought up Sunday dinner just as an example.
Yeah.
But like, I wonder if there is another one that I'm probably not, because I'm the most Jewish Italian guy, like I don't follow any of the shit. That I don't know
Okay.
if there's something else. What? Go ahead.
New Year's.
Where was I? Okay, Frank. Let's answer
That's
this.
what I mean.
Where was I
Like,
on New
me
Year's?
and you are different. Like, I grew up where the New Year's Eve, you're home with family. Some people grew up that you're not with family,
Right.
you're with friends.
They said, Buon Natale, si con la famiglia, and then per l'anno nuovo si con amici. That's how we always, even though we were always home, but then I started coming over for New Year's, and it didn't really bother anybody. Finally, the one thing I found that didn't bother anybody, Christmas was home. New Year's,
But again, was that your tradition?
until I started going out, like, hanging out with you guys on New Year's, yeah, then it was like whatever. New Year's in my house wasn't a big thing. It never really was a big thing. Christmas was. Well, Christmas Eve was. New Year's,
Because you guys
Fuck
what
with
is
this
it?
shit.
You wanted the gifts, that's why.
What gifts? Yeah, you're alive today. Merry Christmas. So there you go. But that's what it was for me. Like that's what I'm saying. My traditions were different than everybody else's. Is because I had more, in a way, modern parents where they didn't hold on tightly to the old stuff. They picked and choose which one they wanted to hold on to. Very few and far in between. The real stuff. Christmas and what we eat, it's supposed to be fish, and then certain things. Other than that, the only things my parents really didn't give a shit about. They're like, we don't even find it to make sense.
See, I think that it depends on who's hosting the traditions.
Sure.
Because if you're the one hosting and you want to keep those traditions, you make it happen.
You do it your way.
You do it your way and do whatever you need to do to keep the traditions going.
Right.
So some people don't care, and they lose the way of doing it, and But for us living here in America, we lose that because our work, here is all about work and busy life, hectic. So it's different than it's if we would be in Italy.
I could almost guarantee that our kids are going to do things way different than we do
Oh, definitely.
now.
Definitely.
And we feel like we lost a little bit of tradition compared to how strict our parents were with tradition, and it's going to be very noticeable, another 2 generations down, it's gonna be gone. The dialect's gonna be gone, I'm sure. The Italian's gonna be gone, I'm sure.
Yeah, definitely.
The language is gonna be gone, you know.
Well, it's funny you said that
Unfortunate.
because I feel like lately, since there's so many people promoting this Italian American culture, I was surprised to see on social media someone said how the Italian American accent is fading. Meanwhile, I thought it's getting worse.
It is getting worse.
Right?
I don't know who said it was fading, but
I read
What
that.
do
And
you
I was
mean?
like,
What do you
boy.
mean by getting worse, though? What do you mean?
Meaning everybody wants to be Italian today.
yeah, so they all have the "och"
every-
at the end of everything.
The
everyone's-
regot, please.
Yo, babaloosh. Listen, babaloosh. I think, you know what's weird? It's like we're on the internet. We do this, right? We talk about it. We bring our culture to life to people so people understand how important it is to hold traditions and cultures and all that stuff. But I think in a hindsight, we're a needle in the haystack. We just see everything in our algorithm because that's all we're doing.
Yes.
I think there's a whole nother world out there that is completely different.
It's called being in an echo chamber, and we're really good
We're-
at being
we're-
in our echo chamber.
Well,
Yeah, we're in a little
I can
echo
tell you
chamber.
right now, there's one tradition that we all don't do that our fathers did.
Beat our
Our
kids.
kids?
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
At least I think for us four.
No, I
here,
think we're all in the clear on that one.
I'm pretty sure that you guys, and including myself, haven't planted a tomato in the garden.
I do it.
You do garden?
Yeah.
I watched my father-in-law do a garden.
Okay, he watches.
From a distance.
He peeks
So,
out the window.
That's
He's
three
like,
out of four.
It's kind of hard to grow a garden in a co-op.
You know,
just letting you know.
that's-
It's a little
you
hard.
need patience. You need patience with stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I started doing it because
But that's also a tradition that's going to be
yeah,
gone.
I agree. I think
Yeah.
in a few years from now, our kids are not going to be growing nothing.
So,
What, you,
so
think,
the-
you think in a few years we're gonna have kukuza? Yeah, right.
who knows who Gugutsa is?
Michael Gutsa is bigger than Yoko Gutsa for sure.
I have a wide cucuzza.
I know Anthony's cannoli.
My cannoli's pretty big too.
He plants those in the yard.
Michael Gutsa is like a tuna can.
They call it the slab.
Yeah, right.
Nah, listen, the gardening thing I understand, but listen, when you have a grocery store close by everywhere, it's an unnecessary thing, man. It's unnecessary.
Like one tradition that I like to keep is with my brother-in-law the other day. You know, we made sausage. You know, homemade sausage like the old-fashioned way. You know, by hand.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
I mean, who doesn't like sausage?
Yeah. So I mean, that's one of the things that I think is nice to keep.
Here's another question for you guys.
Good.
Because I feel like it exists. All of us live in different areas.
Yeah.
All of us live in different blocks.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys remember who was always the mayor of the block?
Yep.
What is it? Who was it?
The loudest motherfucker on it.
Yours was Yo-Yo Color TV.
Right. Yep. Yeah.
You have one too?
No.
No?
No.
You didn't have a guy on the street basically who friend everybody, hey, good morning, how you doing, bro? And then he go around and do his little spiel with everybody like he was collecting votes and nobody?
No.
Yeah, we had one guy by me.
Yeah.
That was cool.
Yo-yo.
Yo-yo
TV.
color TV. And I hate that story so much. I really do. But yeah, no, but in Florida, they're all mayors because they're all from New York, so they all think they're their own mayor over there.
I have yet to meet anybody from Florida since I moved here. I'm serious. I haven't met anybody from Florida yet.
I can imagine. Yeah,
I'm
'cause on
sure
your-
they're here.
On your
but,
block, they're
yeah.
all either New York or New Jersey, right?
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
everybody in my neighborhood's from New York, New Jersey.
The news always talks about the Florida man.
Why? What about it?
Oh, the Florida.
Oh,
man.
the Florida man. And,
Yeah.
Of course.
He must
There's
be
a
there
whole
somewhere.
show on HBO about Florida man.
Florida's full of immigrants from New York.
It sure is.
and they're getting more. Trust me, by the day.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Well, I went to the beach today.
On purpose?
Yeah.
Nice. We
Yeah,
want
I
to do
wanted my
that.
son to play in the sand and in the water. It was kind of nice. I haven't been to the beach in like 3 years. So
Yeah, we tried doing that here once. That didn't work out too well.
you stepped on a needle.
No, it's frigid outside. We still got snow. So
No, it's funny. It's like it hit 82 today,
uh-huh.
but on Tuesday it's dropping down to like 39.
Aw, well, baby, what are you gonna do?
It has been pretty cold. I'm not gonna lie. The iguana. Have you seen like the iguanas
It
on
was
the
like
floors
60.
and all that stuff?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it was
Almost
like-
every single palm tree right now in Florida is like dead. Like,
I don't know what
even
kind of
know how
tears you
palm
want
trees
from
work.
me.
Does
I
it
don't.
come back to life? Like, I don't know.
Dude, here in New York, it's been -20.
And now we're gonna
I
hit
know.
with 24
I'm not
inches
trying
of
to. I'm not
bullshit.
trying to compare.
The
I'm
only
just
things
saying
that died in the
it's
street
the
here were
coldest it's ever
street
been.
rats. The ones that live eating everybody's garbages.
No, they survive.
They do survive. They'll always find a way.
I do have something to say about another conversation you guys had when I wasn't on. It's about the salt, the sugar in the sauce.
Oh,
I think there's a little bit of a misconception. Like, I feel like Vinny even brought it up because, oh, you put sugar in your sauce. You remember that?
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I'm like, I think people have the perception like we're just drowning our sauce, like with sugar and just putting pounds of sugar. Like, I don't think if we didn't put a pinch of sauce, it would even be noticeable whether we did or we didn't.
I usually stir my sauce with a lollipop.
So
It
stupid.
all depends with the sauce. I think it all depends how acidic
Acidic.
is your tomatoes.
Yeah, but even at the end of the day, like if I do mine, there is not there is not even a milliounce of sugar in it. Zero. I don't do it because I put in
like
potato instead.
I've eaten over plenty of people's homes,
Sure.
including mine, and
I'd hope
someone else
so.
sitting on that chair over there,
Mhm.
right? That puts a pinch. But I feel like, and then it's over exaggerated. I feel like if we didn't put the pinch, you wouldn't even notice.
But honestly, do you taste the pinch?
No, I
No.
don't even know.
I
what
just
the-
need to be
feel like
told
we
it's in there
shouldn't
and
at
it's
this
over.
point.
Enza, do you taste the pinch?
I just need to be told it's in there, and then I'm done. It's like, no, I'm good.
You don't taste the pinch, but it does help if the tomatoes are acidic.
I just put a starburst in my.
I start my my pot with a lollipop. That's what I
Oh,
do.
you do?
Yeah. I get the blow pop, and I just do this.
Cherry flavor, at least it's red.
Grape.
Grape, of
I
course.
want to give it that vino color. You know,
Brown. The dark gravy brown.
dark gravy brown. We will never get away from that fucking thing, man. This whole gravy bullshit. We'll never get away from it.
Yo, who was your first Italian concert you've ever been to?
The one that Enza makes fun of me because I ran up to him like he was my soulmate.
Which one?
Who?
Umberto Tozzi.
Bro, I was. Did we go to the same concert?
Yeah, we grew up together.
Oh, that
right?
was okay. I was about to say the same
I
thing.
hope so.
I was gonna say once I say this name, you guys are gonna be like, "No way!" I'm like, "Yeah, I swear to God."
when he came out singing Gloria, I'm like, oh shit!
Gloria.
And then before Frank, we were in the same concert. I don't remember you there. I don't know, but before he went on, I think it was
Anna Oxa.
Anna Oxa.
Yeah.
And I remember, like, I suffer with migraines.
Yeah,
I don't
who's
like
Anna
I have
Oxa?
bad
Who's
mi-
that?
I
Anna
have
Oxa.
really bad
Anna Oxa.
migraines.
Boot.
I have really bad migraines. So the whole Anna Oxa session, I just had a migraine. I felt like throwing up. I get bad migraines. And as soon as Umberto Tozzi came
The
on,
magic went away.
bro, my migraine went away. And I was just singing, and dude, it was such a good concert.
You remember, right?
I do remember.
We
yeah.
met him face to face after the
He
concert.
signed that
Yeah.
was CD.
He signed my GD.
He didn't sign my GD.
That's the
My-
same
my
night that
cassette
Frankie
player- I
scraped
left
his
my
knees.
cassette player at home.
I just don't think En's ever seen me run up to the stage before, like a little chooch.
Like a chooch.
You guys ever been to any concerts where you've seen an Italian artist?
I went to go see Vasco Rossi.
Vasco Rossi is good.
Yeah.
My boy Piero was in the back of the room and went to see Andrea Bocelli not too long ago.
For what?
I know.
I knew it. I knew. Yo, I know you guys to a disgusting level because it's always the same shit with the both
Bro,
of you.
if no one was in the crowd and they played a
Here we go. This is it. Why am I gonna see somebody who can't see me? Right?
That's
You
not what I
fucking
was gonna-
serious, bro?
Yo, that's disrespectful.
Fuck you.
can't-
Yeah,
That's
that is
exactly where you
messed
were
up.
going with it, you son of a bitch. It's always the same shit with you people. God. Nah, I don't listen to Italian music like that to go want to see them. Like I don't. There's no real want for me to go.
Is it concerts in general? Or is just,
Concerts in general, people in general, open spaces.
you know what?
People
I
breathing.
didn't appreciate a good concert until I went to one.
Listen, I went to a couple good concerts that were not Italian based. I loved it, but
Who?
I went to a Breaking Benjamin concert.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that was pretty dope. I liked it.
Like, who mean guess will break it, Benjamin?
They sing about cannolis. Don't worry, you'll like them. Yeah, I'm not down for the whole Italian concert. I just hate crowds in general because people are stupid. And I surround myself during the day with that enough. I don't need to go out my free time for it.
I posted something the other day about it was a secret to the boot about Italian Americans.
Yeah.
And then I was just talking about how, we all post because we're trying to keep the traditions alive, what I just said before. And someone, and I was talking about how there's Italians everywhere where they immigrated to. So a lot of them went to Australia and Canada, wherever they went to, and then America. And then someone wrote, I think I sent this to Marcus. Someone wrote as a comment, goes, Italian Americans are the most uneducated
Nice.
out of all of us. Everybody who immigrated everywhere. Italian
Wow.
Americans are the most uneducated.
Have you been hearing what comes out of their mouth recently? I mean, it's kind of sad.
I just don't. I could do this all day long. I just don't get the negativity on shitting on someone. I just don't get it.
When you act like a dummy, people are gonna call you out for it. And unfortunately, these TV shows don't fucking help. You
What
want the
TV
answer?
shows?
There's your answer. When you
What-
parade yourself to look fucking stupid, and they do a great job on it. What else are people?
What
supposed
TV
to-
show are you talking about?
Huh?
What TV show?
I don't know. How about all those reality shows?
Bro,
So
you talking about
you-
Jersey Shore? That was like 10 years ago.
What are you talking about?
So
Still
you're
on
saying the TV's portraying us to look like.
Yes, basically. And then whatever we find on social media that
But I feel like that's different. I feel like, all right, maybe the way they portray us on
Sure.
TV is a laugh,
yeah, sure.
right?
Yeah.
But I'm just saying the negativity on social media
Mm-hmm.
is people like enjoy shitting on people's parades. Period.
Oh, 100%, dude. But that's just the human way of thinking. Like that shows that they hate themselves or hate something in general and they need to lash out. So that's why we get the comments we get. Like I saw one of them saying that Sicilians are the most inbred dogs of the fucking human race. And I'm like, you, my friend, you got some issues. Like, you know, to have that kind of hatred is crazy. Interesting, but
Yeah,
crazy.
And Facebook is like very popular for that.
Oh, yeah.
Yo, to those old people,
Yo.
you're the worst.
Yo, they're worse, bro.
Yeah.
Because then they have misspellings. They call it stupid why they misspell eight words out of the sentence.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, read and edit before you start sending this shit out. You know, do me a favor, please.
Yeah.
Yeah, the reason why I say old is because I know older generations are still on Facebook, and I feel like it's the worst fucking place.
It
Because
is.
you got the 50s screaming at you
Yeah.
through online.
Jesus.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not a joke, dude. These people are out of their minds. Back in my day, no one gives a fuck, Grandpa. Shut the fuck up.
Do you think there's ever going to be a time where there's going to be another like mass migration from Italy
Oh,
to here? Or do you think we saw like pretty much the
I
last?
think there's a mass migration going back.
Go now! Leaving this fucking place.
It's gonna be reverse.
Do you think so?
Yeah.
You think people are going to start going? I mean, I know people have moved there.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot, but I still know young people who are moving here from Italy.
Yeah, they're still coming here.
You know,
because
so,
there's
like-
still job and opportunity here. That's why it's
Yeah, but like when our parents and grandparents came over, I mean, it was like, you know, it was in mass portions.
Yeah,
Do
my
you think
parents
we'll
were
ever
bored.
see that again?
Nah, I don't think so.
So
No.
that's why I said that brings me to my another point. Why all our language and our traditions, I think, are eventually going to die.
I don't think it's gonna die.
Listen, this podcast is going to be over when that happens.
Listen, dead and,
No,
dead and buried.
it's gonna die.
I don't think so.
It's gonna die because
I think it would take
how many like to his point.
Yeah.
How many people are still coming at the same generation of our grandparents and
Yeah, but
parents?
the rates are crazy low, dude. It's not the same.
Yeah.
At the same time, though, like
Yeah.
you get people that have been here already 4 generations.
Mm-hmm.
They don't
they-
speak a lick of it.
They're nothing.
No.
So I speak it, right? The dialect. My kids already don't.
Right.
So
Same
at
for my
that
kids.
point, it's already dead.
Yeah.
But but it can't fully die just because it, let's just say dies
I
accurately.
think it hangs on a little longer
Right.
if you're into it. Like Frank,
Right.
your kids are going to remember everything you're doing.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So maybe they'll hang on to it a little bit longer, but you could probably say their kids are probably that's where it's completely going to
Right.
That's where the gravy starts.
go. Yeah.
You better come up out of that coffin and fix people. That's
Yeah.
all I'm gonna tell you.
Yeah.
No, but
And
that's
then
what it
someone's
is.
gonna
My,
say
my
that, "Oh, my
daughter's
father would be
daughter's
turning-"
daughter's like, yeah, my great grandfather called it gravy since he came here.
Yeah. But that's the problem, and like, it's a lingering thing. It's just gonna linger. It's until will it fully die? I don't think so because you're never gonna stop people from coming here. You're
Listen.
never gonna. We're gonna close communications
I
forever.
mean, until I can make cannolis, it won't die.
There you go. That's true.
Because I'll make cannolis until I can.
There you go.
So my traditions.
You're keeping
my
it
end,
alive, bro.
I'm gonna keep it alive.
You're keeping it alive with both hands.
Yeah.
One to fill, one to hold.
That's it.
That's it.
Sounds like a hooker.
What is he doing differently?
I sell my cream.
That's it.
No, so something interesting about Anthony was we were talking upstairs, and he did an event last year, Maryland,
Maryland, yes. Maryland Italian Festival.
and he sold 2,000 cannolis in under 12 hours combined.
Yeah.
Oh.
Right? That's insane.
Yeah.
I want in.
Yeah.
Like, that's insane. Congratulations,
Thank
though.
you, thank you, thank you.
You know,
His secret was that he licked the sides of the cannoli before he filled it, and that's what everyone was tasting that, and so he has that going on.
so it's like a kissing booth.
Right.
Pretty much. Yeah.
It's like through a third party. It's kind of it's whatever.
No, people love our cannolis, so it's when you eat the real thing. It's
You should hire Marcus. He could give hugs after each cannoli you sell.
yeah, definitely.
Well, the only way I'll go there because I could probably only eat one, and I have to watch everybody else eat it, so I have to eat through them. So it's more for me than it is for them.
Okay.
That'd be fine.
Moral support.
Would anybody ever even consider retiring in Italy,
Yes.
or is it America until you die?
No, I would do it. I would do it.
Where?
Would you do it?
Where?
You're-
Like
I would
my
definitely
hometown.
retire there.
I would go to my hometown.
you would retire there?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a
Don't
perfect.
get me wrong. Got to make sure everyone's dead and buried before I get there. But
perfect-
So
I'll go
this will
there.
take us back to like our second episode ever, where I remember Frank had a problem with people working and busting their ass in America, and then him being upset about the fact that you're gonna take
Remember
the
that?
money you earned here and go back home.
yeah.
When I say home, I mean Italy.
Right.
He did not agree with
like,
that.
I don't like to get political. Again, I don't know. It's because we're getting older and now we pay attention to this shit.
Yeah.
But I just feel like, is it just us feeling this pressure? You know, with everything getting so expensive and things, or has it always been like this? Just like the budgeting was always different. Like, I get it when our grandparents came here, right, and they bought their first house. You hear numbers like 40,000 for a four-family
Yeah.
home.
$30,000 for a house.
Their 40,000 though is
buy
almost
7.
equivalent to like selling a house today for $1 million.
Correct.
So was this type of pressure always? And I'm understanding it now that
It's
I'm
all about
older,
inflation. It's
or
all
is
about
it just really getting worse?
No, it's actually getting worse.
Yeah.
Inflation
No,
rates
it's
are crazy.
definitely getting worse.
Yeah.
Think about how every single one of our parents and grandparents could have eventually bought a house, whether it was 30 or 40,000, because they could afford it with the wages they were making back then with no problem, and how much they have left over, you know, and all the money they retired with. They make it here with what they had.
Right.
Now
And
it's going to be
today-
hard for our kids to even buy a house.
Yeah, you can't make it with what you have,
No, you can't.
right? And like one of my questions, I'm like you just coincidentally brought it up, was what our parents sacrificed. Did we see or not see? Right? Because when that means as we're getting older, right? For any kid growing up, we didn't understand when
No.
parents be like, you don't like. My mother used to always tell me, you don't know what a dollar means, and watch when you get older, right?
Yeah.
So it was like all the sacrifices they did for us. I get it now. And where I'm going to bring back episode 2, yeah, it's fucking aggravating. Like, you're here your whole life, busting your ass,
Yeah.
right? Some people with their hands, some people with their minds.
Definitely.
And then you can't live comfortable because now they want to raise retirement, Social Security to
Security.
75?
half the
Yeah.
people are going to be dead by then.
That's what they're hoping
The
for.
other day I read an article.
Yeah.
Mid-life crisis now for a man has averaged 38 years old. Not 50.
Yeah.
Because people are dying in their 70s.
Yeah.
And you want me to retire at 75.
I had my midlife crisis at 15, and I'm still not out of it, bro.
I
You
had
kidding
it
me?
when I was born. But regardless.
So
that's
your point
the shit that
is,
pissed me off.
you should be able to work here. Like we work here, we bust our ass every day. You should be able to work here and be comfortable enough to stay here.
Yeah, like
But
once
people
you
are not comfortable here, so they take their money and they
You
go.
guys don't get it. We need to have an OnlyFans. That's the only way we'll make it.
sell my toes.
Toes, I'm selling everything, bro. You kidding? I'm public property. I don't know if you understand. The money coming in through that is insane. So yeah, having a regular job, you can't cut it. I need to go in front of a camera and shake my ass for 15 minutes.
But you
So-
said you would go back to Italy, though, right?
Yes, I would. On my retirement, I would. Yeah, absolutely. That's money I worked for and earned.
So that's like 3 years of OnlyFans?
2.5.
Okay.
Yeah. I started last year, so a little bit more.
But see, that's what I'm saying, Marcus.
Yeah.
I just can't understand it. You're going to bust your ass here your whole life just to move to Sicily.
But it's a place that I want to be.
So just move to Sicily now.
Why? Why do I have to bust my ass there? I'm going to do it here. I'm going to make, because the money difference is large, right? Over there, they have different ways of earning money, doing their thing. That's fine. Let them do their thing. I have worked here, provided what I do, whatever it is, and then I earned my living. I earned my end of work life to see how I want to spend it, how I see fit.
You're right, because you can't go from here to there and expect to have a similarity.
Right.
Not. It's different.
I just see it as
It's not like I'm okay. I agree with you in a different term. If you worked here and then sent your money over, right? So people over there could live better, but you're over here sacrificing your life. That's the difference of what you're saying. What I'm talking about is retirement. I finished working. I put my 30 years in. So whatever money I get, whether I spend it here or there, it's my business. It's wherever I want to be. If I want to go to Colombia and live like a king on $100 a month, I should be able to do that. That's my decision. Or go to the Dominican Republic, or go who fucking knows where. But at the end of the day, I put my work in. I got my papers done. I'm all done. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So all I'm saying,
you know,
all
I
I'm
get
saying-
it, but like I never put myself in this position to think that I might go to Italy when I retire. Like it's never been a thought in my mind.
Because it's not something that you want. That's the difference. You have to want it.
Or maybe because I haven't went enough
Right. You don't have the
to
love
say,
for
okay,
it.
I love it here.
You didn't have the love.
no, it's not even just that. It's just the frustration where it's like you work till you die. You know, like
Oh, absolutely.
that's the sad thing. Like
Absolutely.
I would like to get.
But
to,
would you rather die here or die in Italy?
But that's the thing is like I work my ass off here. I love New York.
Yeah, sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like this is all
We
I
all
know.
do. Yeah.
We all
Yeah.
do. Now I gotta leave now.
You're saying
You know what I'm
God,
trying
no,
to
but
say?
you're saying gotta, not gotta.
But that's
You
what it is.
want-
If
no.
you want to live comfortable and you want to live good,
Okay.
then I have to move to Sicily.
Then the problem is not you. The problem is the institutions that are here. It's not you. It's not me wanting to live better, so I have a choice to leave. If things weren't the way they were, I wouldn't even have that thought. Right or wrong?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you gotta. But see, I don't know. Like me, I want to live there because I live there.
Right.
Like I know how it is. I know you can live comfortably, a nice life, but you need to make the same amount of money you make here.
In some terms, yes. Yes.
and you
No,
can't
and
do that
sometimes
over there?
definitely yes.
No. Listen, I do know.
Because it's not like it was 6-7 years ago. Now
Okay,
it's different.
hold on a second. If we go to a grocery store here and go to a grocery store there, how much lower are you paying out there? Because I can tell you it's going to be lower, right?
It's lower over there, yeah.
Way lower. So that's already
Now-
one part of living.
Yeah.
Listen, I know about the other ones as well. The electricity going on over there in Europe, I understand it's a fucking shit show. Totally understand. Okay, so let's just pair it off where in my studio apartment, I'm paying $130. Makes no sense. I have almost nothing in, right? Why am I paying these?
Right.
It's just, it is what it is. So electric's high everywhere. But what else are you paying? Over there, they do property taxes different.
They
and
do.
it's not killing you. Everything is in an overall. You go to a restaurant, $40 feeds a family of 3.
Yeah.
Dude, it's
But
just
let me
different.
ask you: do they have jobs there where, you're making 150 grand a year, or whatever
sure
that's
there's
equivalent to over
Uh,
there?
you got to be very
Where
specific.
people are comfortable there?
That's
You
like
think
here,
people
though.
are working and living comfortable there, or do they think the same thing we are?
Okay, so
Like,
first
I can't
off,
believe I'm working this hard.
First off, over there, they pay monthly. So you get paid once a month. Whatever job you're doing. State job, what you get paid once a month.
Professional briber,
So no matter.
capper.
So you got to budget yourself for the whole month for what you get paid for.
Yeah.
So that's a big difference from here.
Yeah, but what are they getting paid there to do?
Like a state employee probably gets 12 to 1,300 euro a month.
I'm going to tell you where the problem is. Gee, you're thinking too much small town. You're not thinking big city. Because in your head, you're like, in these small towns, what the fuck are these people doing? Yeah, you got baristas, you got waiters, you got cooks, pizza guys. That's who you have in these small
Oh,
towns.
now you got sushi people over there.
Yeah, dude. If you go into the cities, big cities, yo, it's like Manhattan. You have corporate offices. You have these people work. I mean, they're not
Yeah.
sitting on fucking shit huts waiting for fucking people to come by to say hello. They have real industries there. So they do work, but they have a better work life. Apparently, I don't know where the fuck they're getting this information
Do
from.
they still do
a better
that?
work life here. That's why they come over here and work here. I don't get it.
Are they still coming here?
I know people are still coming, not in droves, but they're still coming.
They're coming here,
Yeah.
but when they realize that the work life here is different,
Then they go back.
they go back.
Yeah, because
When you say different though, is it just like the fast
Yes.
paced environment that we
Fast-paced
have?
environment.
Yeah, it's the from the morning till night.
There's no,
You
there's
know,
no nap
there's
break.
no nap in the
Yeah.
afternoon.
You mean
know?
we don't close between 12 and 2?
you get a 15-minute shit break, and if you go past that one fucking minute, they're gonna break that door down.
Over there, they work from 8, 9 o'clock in the morning until 12, 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and then they go back at 4.
But they're happy, right?
Yes.
So this is another conversation. It's if that's what makes you happy, and they're not known to work like dogs, but more or less to live your life. Isn't that the better option?
If you want to skate by life by the skin of your teeth to the day you die, sure.
But what to them, money probably isn't everything.
It isn't. It isn't.
As long as you're comfortable
No, it's
and
not.
you're happy.
It's not everything until you start crying about it. You understand?
But if that's the life you grew up on, you don't know the other way. You have that mentality where you need to make all the money in the world. Like we grew up that way, right? We need to make as much money as we can because that's what our families put in our mind, right?
Because we need to live here. Because living here, you need to make
Right.
all the money you
and,
can.
And understandable. But do you think that's because it's how we grew up and we can't just see that other side?
No,
of
it's
how
not. It
they
has
are?
nothing to do with growing up and everything to do with how things are priced, how things are regulated, how things are taxed. It has everything to do with living in society in the U.S., more specifically in New York at this present time. That's what makes it worse. It has nothing to do with mentality, traditions. It has nothing to do with it. It's about going to the next fucking day with at least a buck in your pocket. That's the difference.
Who had it harder?
I just think you have.
Gee.
I just think you have the mentality of money. And
No.
I don't think the everyday guy in Sicily who's been in, let's say, the mountains in Campo Reale his whole life, but working up there, and he's happy making the $3, whatever the hell
So
he's
the
making.
term ignorance is bliss is what you're saying. That's what it is. Because if they don't know better, if you live in a shitbox all your life and you live another 50 years in a shitbox, the only thing you know about is living in a shitbox. You leave that shitbox and you go to a place where they say the floor is paved with gold, your mentality changes, and then you got to upkeep with that. Is a difference.
Does anybody know what I'm trying to say here, though?
I hear what you're saying, but it's beyond what you're thinking what it is. You're thinking more narrow. You got to broaden that. There's reasons for it. If someone doesn't
Saying,
know
like, I
better,
don't think
do they know
everybody's
better?
coming here. I think there are people there that are happy there because
Because
money
they
can have
don't
made
know any
everything.
better.
They close between 12 and 2 because they're all taking naps. I
well,
mean,
that's
just,
the biggest difference too, though. It's like here we're 24/7.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think outside here and for most places,
It's not.
it's quality of life
Yeah.
over anything else.
Yeah.
When you say here, you mean America?
Like New York.
Yeah, because there's a lot like Midwest and out there that they close up shop. There's like dry
Like
counties.
when I go to fucking Florida.
Well, yeah. It's
when I go to Florida, I go to Home Depot. Every 5 feet, I get asked if I need help. Here,
Yeah.
I gotta beg somebody to help
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
They're all freaking hiding.
And then you tap them on the shoulder, you think they're ignoring you, turns out they're deaf. You don't know. Because that happened to me twice at Home Depot. So listen, all I'm just saying is this. It's all about not knowing any better, G. If you don't know the life outside of what you're used to, of course you don't think that you're going to be happy or anyone. You're happy where you are because that's what you're used to. It's
Maybe the
comfortability and it's
is
ignorance.
bliss is maybe that term ignorance.
that's what it is.
bliss.
But does it matter?
It should.
Why?
No, meaning like if you're happy.
If you're happy, what does it
if you're
matter?
happy, no, I'm not saying that
Yeah.
they got to lift out and get out.
Okay.
If they're happy living in that area, that mindset, that thought process, their entire life from birth to death, yo, I can't take that away from you. Good for you. In fact, good for you.
Exactly.
I'm happy for you.
Exactly.
But here we woke up in the Matrix
Yeah.
in New York City and we realized that this is not a way to live here, that this is suffering,
Yeah.
that you can't go onto the next paycheck without going into the negatives.
So here's a question, because I think we threw out a lot.
Sure,
Who had it the worst?
we do.
Our parents or us?
No, it's us, 100%. Because I have my parents up to like maybe about 4 years ago, they looked at all of us and said, it wasn't like this. This is the worst I've ever seen.
But that's what I'm saying. Like when I hear stories, I say when everybody came here, all the women were seamstresses, right? They're
Yeah.
all working
Yeah,
like animals, and maybe I think my grandfather had 2 jobs and he was a dishwasher. So it was 12, 13 hours of
Right.
busting ass.
Yeah.
Hold on a second. Hold on. Let's put things in perspective. we talked about a $30,000 home, right? If you got a 30-year mortgage on a 30-year mortgage actually came later. I think it was like 15 at first. It was just all that, right? And let's just say the pay was $3 an hour, right? We still don't match. We have $500,000, $700,000 homes at $20 an hour when their $30,000 home, they were getting paid $10 or maybe or $8 an hour. They were still able to make it. They had people going to school part-time work and still be able to pay for a house. Can't get that now. Cars were like $3,000. I just end up finished paying $38,000 for mine. Like, what the fuck? What do you guys? Is there fairy dust in this shit? Like, I don't understand what's going on. Yeah. It's the okay. Income to inflation never matched. It always, for a while, it was doing this, and then it just started doing this. It will never match.
You get emotional.
Yeah, because I love being broke.
You're getting so angry. My bodyguard, if you guys are wondering who's behind me, that's my security guard.
That's it.
Marcus starts screaming, he comes out.
Oh, what the fuck's going on there?
He had the belt in his hand. Where's the belt? Yeah.
But that's how it is. Because nothing ever matched.
So it's definitely the worst it's ever been.
Absolutely.
And it's probably going to keep getting worse.
Yes,
maybe.
it will.
I don't know what the future holds.
It will.
But then it's almost going to make it impossible for our kids to have or own anything. By the time everyone's just going to have to rent because someone's going to own
Unless
everything.
your kid is the new AI genius to come up with something else, then I
think the way everybody migrated here in a large portion, it's going to get so unbearable. They're all going to migrate out.
And listen, that might happen, but you have to go where what you can do. They left. Let's just say they left Italy. Our parents, grandparents. For a better
what year
life
did
outside.
all of them really? Give me a year that what, in the 60s, most of them.
No, my parents.
I think between the
Well, your parents were
40s
different.
and the 70s.
Yeah, my parents are different.
people-
Yeah. They hit different.
40s and the 70s.
40s to 70s.
40s to
people flopping around.
70s.
Yeah, mine.
And what was the
came in
number
80s.
one reason for the mass migration?
Yeah.
So I got two debatable questions I would like to hit before we wrap this up.
Yeah, go ahead.
One of them was, is the Italian temper, right? What I read here, is the Italian temper real or stereotyped?
What the fuck you mean stereotype?
Oh, I'm sorry. When I scream on
Definitely
here,
fucking
do you
real.
think I'm fucking? You think I'm just joking around?
No, but real, like that's
Like it comes from a real place?
it comes from a real place, or is
I
it
think
just you know what I'm saying?
I
Is
think
it
it's
just like
I think it's stereotype.
that old school shit people just say they grew up with,
Because I think no matter what nationality you are, there are people out there with very short tempers.
Yeah.
I don't think it's just
But-
an Italian thing.
But do you think the short tempers come from you rubbing off maybe let's say your fathers or somebody who does it, or is it
That I don't
literally
know.
you?
I know I don't have a good temper.
I'm gonna hit you with a 50-50. I think half of it is genetic. I think half of it is what you've learned growing up. Now, if you can always overcome that learned portion, because you say, I'm an adult, I can make decisions, I have my own emotions, fuck that shit, cool. But I still think genetically, there is a part of you that whatever your makeup was, if you came from a fucking famiglia de cane, you are partially cane. That's just how you are. But you have to be knowing how you're going to put that in check.
No,
That's
I
the
don't think I
important-
have a bad temper. Like my dad had a bad temper.
Right.
I don't think I have a bad temper, so I don't think it's like genetic.
No, I've seen
But
you
I
get
have-
bad. Nope.
I don't have but it takes me a lot. It takes a lot.
Oh,
to
it
get
takes a
me there.
while, but the minute
know?
you're there, I go away. I
It'll
didn't
take
hear
a lot- yeah.
nothing.
I don't
No,
have a
no, no.
Yeah.
That's that. What I don't have though a lot of is patience. Like I have horrendous patience.
What do you mean?
Well,
Bad or
that's-
good?
Bad.
No,
Like, I have bad
you
patience.
have
I
more
don't have good
patience than I
patience.
thought you would, to be honest with you. Things that I think that you would lose your shit on, you don't. And I'm like, my boy's growing up. He's cute. And then, because I put myself in your position and I'm like, I would have belted 3 people by then. So you do have patience. You don't give yourself credit.
Yeah.
Coming from an angry person.
Yeah, I don't have anger.
No, it depends on what it is. With you, it depends on what it is. You're very specific.
Well, it's like we said last time. Like,
Exactly.
You got to get me to that.
That's what I'm saying. It has
I
to be
don't-
very specific with
Yeah.
you on what that nerve is. Because I know,
Patience, I don't have.
nah, you got more patience than you think.
Honey,
No, Enz, he has patience. Come on. No. He has You
And
have.
that's coming from my Calabrese.
Listen, you have more patience than you give yourself credit for. You do, because I would again another situation when you have these things go on. And you let me know about it. I'm like, I would have lost my shit because I'm reactive.
Right.
I try not to be, so sometimes I catch myself, but I'm reactive. I think that we are all reactive.
You're reactive.
No, I don't.
You're
I think
reactive.
But
yeah.
you think about it, and then you don't do it. That's the difference. That's the portion that I say that you put yourself in check for.
I think my reactive definitely got better when I had a kid.
It always changes you. I get it.
I had to learn. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I had a lot. You need patience when you have a kid, obviously. So
Yes.
I've gotten better since I had my son. That's for sure.
Yeah,
Because
that,
you develop that. I get it. You know how you
that comes with it. Yeah.
it comes with it because you
Yeah.
have to, because you can't hit a 1-year-old. That's abuse. You can't do that. So you have to like suck that in and say it's a kid. They're learning, they're growing up. You got to do all that shit because, fuck. I remember there was a story. My older brother, fucking 2 years old in the crib, crying all night. My father lost. He fucking screamed, "Shut up!" and he scared my brother. He fell asleep that way. But at 2 years old, you have to be wired for that shit.
So I
Yeah,
don't think
but-
our parents. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Anthony.
But what I'm saying is, like, for us Sicilians, though reacting to a discussion or a confrontation, it's always like, or something that we hear is like, our reaction is always going to be, full of energy. Like,
Mhm.
you hear something, ma che mi chiarisci? Like,
It's
or,
off the cuff.
ma che dici
reaction.
vero?
Yeah.
Ma perché? Stuff like that. It's always something, to make whatever situation is
Worse.
bigger, worse.
Oh yeah.
So
We're
that's
the biggest hype men. That's what
Yeah.
we do. We make shit worse, bro. Right from the get go. Yo, you heard that shit? That motherfucker.
Yeah.
Like that's just
Yeah.
how we are.
Yeah.
We're wired that
So
way.
why do
Yeah.
you think we learned to have more patience than our parents did? Because I don't think, like I don't think my father was a very patient, and like I think we're doing way better than our parents.
Because you learned. Because you remember. Because the things that you didn't want to
But
be.
like I said, it took
I
kids.
just heard Pietro say, "I got less patience now."
So that's what it is. I mean, because you always want to do better, right? Isn't the whole point be better than where I came
but it's
from?
also the society we live in today. I think
How so?
everything around us
Mm-hmm.
makes us different.
I just feel like, and I'm not speaking for all,
Sure.
but I think there's a good handful of people, like around, I guess my father, our parents' generation,
Mm-hmm.
like they were stubborn and they were
Yeah.
hard and they were.
Survival mode.
Is that what it is?
They were stuck in survival mode from birth to when they got here.
Okay,
And
so-
they never shook it off.
So that brings me to my next question.
Sure.
Is respect or love most important? Which one?
Respect.
You need to have respect. Well, you need to
There's
be love first and then respected.
You're thinking that one, right?
I think one needs to coincide with the other. And when you, again, because I talked about the fear portion, because
Yeah, you
they
can't
thought-
you
was a
can't
diff- that
respect
was the
somebody if you
different
don't
thing.
love them.
My whole point there was that they thought fear turned into respect, but it doesn't. It turns into hatred.
Yes.
So when it comes to love, I would have loved to felt more of that instead of like the whole respecting should come naturally because the person says, this is my father, this is my mother, this is my brother, my older brother, whatever. I respect them. They look out for me. They care for me. That's where the love comes. It's hand in hand.
See, I thinking, let's say, of my wife and my kids.
Yeah.
I want the love.
Yeah.
Respect comes with love,
Yes.
but I rather feel that than need to be respected shit because I feel like when people be like, I want to be respected, like, what does that mean?
Means
Like,
they
do you
wanna-
want to be bowed?
No.
Right.
Right?
No. They want to be heard
Yeah.
because they didn't have that. They had to listen to somebody. Remember, everything is generational. So they were never heard growing up because they had to respect their, let's just call it, father. So the father never had to listen to a fucking word that kid said. So now they're in the position of authority and they say, I want to be respected the way I had to respect my father. They want that same level because that's something they never had.
Yeah, I'm not like that.
No, and I'm glad you're not because it's supposed to be natural. You want to love your kids and you want to love your family. You want them to love you back. But it shouldn't come at a cost.
See, I think I do that with everyone. Like I show love. Like I wanna. It's just a part of me. But like we spoke about last time,
Yeah.
I'll give.
Mm-hmm.
But once I get that bad taste,
That's it. You're done.
I'm gone.
Yeah.
It's a bad thing.
Cara del cuore.
Yeah.
It falls from your heart. Yeah.
But as you were saying about the whole respect thing,
Mm-hmm.
respect is both ways.
Correct.
It's not just a one way.
Right.
Exactly. Respect is earned. So, you know, you have to earn the respect to be respected.
Find me an Italian father who says that I need to respect my kid.
No,
That's the problem. It's the fact that it is a one-way street in many situations because they say that I basically in terms, I own you, I made you, I own you. I don't need to respect you. You need to respect me.
Right.
To which then comes the other bullshit that comes with it. And there is the loss of love.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
Because they didn't get that growing up.
But you can still raise your child on them understanding that, you know, you need to respect me, but still show love, that it doesn't turn into hatred.
Yeah.
And
You're
guess what?
teaching your kids how to
Correct.
grow up and be someone and
And
be a man or
You're the one to do that. And now you're the one to do that. You're the one who has to show and instill that now. Because whatever happened in the past is gone. So whatever that was, it was. But now you got to do that. You have to be the one to say, I can show love and respect and get them both. But you got to know, you got to be the one to do that. Because whatever happened before, it's all gone.
All I know is my boy Anthony's here. Today is his birthday.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, happy
I have
birthday.
my cake and cafe ready for him upstairs.
I'm coming. I'll be there.
All right, we'll wait for you. How long is it gonna take you to get here?
Yeah, just get to the HPN airport. I'll pick you up.
But yeah, I think this was a nice episode. And Anthony, thank you for
definitely.
joining us
Thank you.
on
Thanks for
it.
coming, dude.
Thank you,
Thank
man.
you.
Miss
you
you,
guys.
bro. As always out there.
Yep.
Enjoy the
Love
summer
you.
heats while the winter, over here.
Cook up some of those iguanas, bro.
Buonanotte.
Good night, everybody.
Buonanotte. Ciao, ciao.
Ciao.